It's time for a short beginner's guide on Elsword. The information on this guide may vary for reasons. Special reasons. Just the drop rates, EXP, and quests may vary. With all of that out of the way, let's get into this. Character creation. Characters split off into 3 roles: DPS, hybrid, and support. Hybrid meaning they can do both, or they're forced to do both, like in Op Frung's case, where he has these 2 bars and one is always going higher than the other, and they never even out, and they're always doing something. Why are you always up there?
But you said there's only 3 roles, but Chug, he's a tank.
You shut your mouth, you poopy head. This is my guide. You make your own guide.
Characters can do 2 different types of damage: magical or physical. This will matter more mid to late game, just like everything else. But for now, let's just pick whichever character you want to see naked.
Oh yeah, take it off.
But now you're thinking, why do characters have different haircuts when I click through these boxes? Those are usually called paths, but you can also call them classes. Since the path is in the first row, most players will call this the first path. Same with this one. This is the second path, the third path, the fourth, and so on. But if you don't touch grass for long enough, you'll eventually remember all the class names. Once again, your character choice will only start to matter when you get closer to mid to end game. Pick whoever you want. That's right, the game doesn't actually start until you're level 99, and you finish your main quest, and you get all your mod skills, and you reach the required CP, and you get your ERP page, and you get your master class, and you get... So it starts a little after you reach 99.
But we're not even there yet. How do we level or get money or even equipment?
Oh, well, yeah. The game holds your hand throughout all of that, but I'll explain it anyways. You level up by doing the main quest, which by default, click L and it should come up. Or at the bottom of the screen, click through literally everything just to not find what you're looking for, until about the 3rd or 4th time you click through literally everything and click quests. Now you have the quest page open, but I can't find the main quest. Where does it say main quest? Well, here's the thing. That's because Elsword is cool. The cool where it gets its own table at the cafeteria that no one else will sit at, because they're that cool. You click normal and then click epic. Those are all the main quests. At the start of the game, it's self-explanatory. Do the dungeon with the question mark. No question marks on the map. Talk to the NPC that has a very nondescript face. Now, dungeon has a question mark again. Rinse, repeat, good. Hey, look at that. Your character wants a new haircut. Which haircut do I want though? Pick whatever suits your fancy and continue the main quest until they want another haircut. If you want to know what their final haircut will look like, just go back to the main menu, load up the character creation, and see what they got. Or, if you have 2 screens like a cool, then look up LWiki and all the portraits are there. That's about it for the initial start of the game. Inventory. Click I for character inventory and U for item inventory. They both have separate purposes, but are typically used together. Your character inventory allows you to check your combat points or CP. And most importantly, your stats. We'll come back to this though. We're focused on the thing that gets most starting players. Your inventory. Oh my god, no. I'm broke, I have no money. I have literally no money in my bank account. There looks like there's a lot going on here, but it's not that crazy. Beginning the game, you'll mostly be looking at these 2 tabs, equipment and special. Don't get attached to any of your items in your equipment tab. You'll be switching those out a lot until you get a lot. Shut the fuck up. You'll be switching those out a lot until you reach level 99. All the items that you get in here will be mostly useless. But why are we happy about that though? Because you get to sell all that shit and make money. Money! Special tab. The special tab will contain important items. Instead of over-explaining, I'll give a list of examples of what you may find in the special tab. Costume boxes, armor cubes, inventory expansions, temporary titles, event items, buff potions or buff scrolls, ice burners, and the list goes on. Equipment. How do I know what I do or don't need? When you get new equipment and you hover over it, there will be a red up arrow or a blue down arrow. The red arrow means it does more of something, and the blue down arrow means it's shit and you should probably sell it. If there's a mix of both red and blue arrows, then start freaking out. Instead of thinking for yourself, ask a friend what you should do, and then wonder why nothing ever gets done. We can ignore the question mark on the equipment. That's for another guide. Just right-click the equipment and click Identify if you're going to use it. If you see a red stamp on a piece of equipment you're going to use, simply ignore that too. Once again, a different guide will have the explanation. A good way to look at all your current gear is if we change the perspective to Minecraft. Until we hit level 99, all of the gear you're going to get is comparable to leather armor. We don't want to enchant it, and keeping it just takes up inventory space.
Combat and consumables. Oh, sweetie. You completely ignored combat and consumables.
Oh, come on. They definitely go over that in the tutorial, don't they?
Oh, come on now, darling. We both know no one pays attention to the tutorial, but I suppose I can take the floor from here.
Go for it. I gotta get a sip of water anyways. My throat's kinda dry.
Did somebody just ask for water?
No.
God, you go away!
The blue bar below your health bar is your mana bar. You lose mana when you use skills, and can get mana back by using X and Z attacks, consumables, or if you have a support hunk like Ein, you can suck up their juicy, thick, succulent mana. Oh! X is your magical attack, and Z is your physical attack. Based on your character, one might hit harder than the other. If you're getting fucked up and can't move, hold X or Z and you can escape an attack. Press the control key to awaken. Generally, awakening increases your base stats. The too long didn't read of it is, well, you're stronger. There's a shit ton of consumables. Just read the goddamn screen and you'll see what they do. That's really it for the basics. More on combat in another video. Now then, Ein, give me some of your delicious mana.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right now?
Yes, right now.
Wait. What?
Yeah, Ein.
Wait a second, are those my underwear? Costumes, gear, and accessories. Costumes and gear themselves play a large role in getting your stats up. We'll only be dipping our toes into what all of these do. Costumes have stats, and if you have an entire set of a costume, you'll get something called a set effect. Gear can also have set effects, but much later on, closer to endgame. You'll know you have an active set effect if the text is glowing green.
If it's gray, then you're doing something wrong.
Each accessory typically has a small effect on it. But just like costumes, you get accessories that belong to a set, and boom, set effect.
Stats and effects. Huh. Ein, you've been saying effects a lot, but what if they have no idea what those are? Or what they do?
Oh, yeah, good point. Stats and effects are crucial in this game. Luckily, starting out, they don't matter all that much. I'll explain only what you need to know for now. Going back to the stats window, there's a lot to unpack. But the stats you want to have nice and high in your character are maximized and critical. All the rest of the stats can get complicated or aren't what we're looking for. Remember those two stats for now, and you're golden. For maximize, imagine your weapon can do 1 to 100 damage, so the lowest potential amount of damage you could do is 1, and the highest potential amount of damage you could do is 100. So now that we have that range, imagine you have 80% maximize. Then, on this scale from 1 to 100, you're only going to do 80 damage. You're maximizing the potential amount of damage you're capable of doing. Critical just increases your chances of doing critical damage. I don't know why Elsword likes to be a special snowflake and didn't just call it critical rate, or calling the main quest Epic Quest, but I don't make the rules. Cool kid syndrome, I guess. Anyways, the numbers we want for these stats are 75 to 80. The fucking phone is ringing! Hello? Anyways, the numbers we want for these two stats are 75% to 80%. That's a pretty safe range for all the characters. Sockets and Enchanting. Okay, so we touched on stats a little bit, but how do I get them and how do I put them somewhere? Well, you'll get these things called magic stones. They come in many shapes and forms, but all magic stones have the same purpose: enchant your items. It sounds like another game, doesn't it? Mining away! Hovering over any costumes or gear shows you that you have something that says socket effect, and under that you see empty socket. Empty socket means you have no enchantment on that piece of gear. To enchant, click Magic Stone Enchant and then click on a piece of gear. Until we reach level 99 or actually get stuck in a dungeon, I highly recommend ignoring this until you get gear that you should actually care about. Titles. Titles are something that you won't know much about unless you research them first. There's lots of titles in the game. Some titles give amazing stat boosts, others increase experience gain, and some even increase the amount of money that is dropped. Like a lot of what I previously talked about, we'll deep dive into titles in another guide. Skills. Now, I wanted to leave skills for last because they're completely based on what character you play. If you're interested in learning more about your character, I highly recommend looking up a character-specific guide. With that said, to access skills or to see when you'll unlock new ones, click K. You can right-click to equip a skill if you have an empty skill slot, or drag them where you'd like them to be in your skill bar. Bonus shit that I didn't feel like making its own segment for because it really didn't need that much of a segment. Buffs are at the top corner of your screen, or wherever the fuck they are by default. Dark red icons are typically debuffs, so if you see that, then cry about it. Clicking Y brings up the community tab. Here you can see your friends, people around you, or your bitches. In this case, you'll have none, because you're bitchless. You can ignore the tab on the end, it's unused. Just like the couple rings you'll have rotting in your inventory. Bitchless. Click P to see your pets. You get a free one from the main quest. Pets can pick up items and money for you if they have a fetch aura. A fetch aura can be obtained through the item mall. Click J to pick a profession. When you pick a profession, pick Treasure Hunter. You'll get more money this way. Sell the gold and the silver coins and hold on to the diamonds. Hold on to this shit, sell that shit. Good, good. Hey, you should consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell button so then I know that you want more videos similar to this video. Or do that, but then comment that you don't want videos similar to this video so I know to make other videos. Otherwise, I won't know to make more videos. So click the subscribe button and possibly like the video so I know that you liked the video. Hello L-Hos. This is the end of the video, but if you stayed this long, I'd like to thank you for sticking to the end. This video did take me a little while, a long while, a lot of procrastination and whatnot, but I think you'd tell the quality of the video like progressively changed. I learned a lot while making this video, and moving forward, I expect the quality of my future videos to go up. So, that being said, there's a plethora of other guides I'd like to make.
a particular one being on Tenebrous Armor. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm probably not going to do character guides, and if I do, then it won't be for a while. I like to focus more on like general guides that cater to a larger group of people that need help. So, yeah. Okay, love you, bye.